All right, I'm gonna check if that it's working correctly on the other side. Bear with me.
Okay, and then I need the URL. Okay, back in a second.
All right, I'm gonna put the live stream link for Dominic when he comes back. If you're already on this call, don't click on it because you just delay. But if you're watching this live stream, then welcome. We are on and live and ready to go. And yeah, it's the first session, so you'll have to bear with us for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's
Over
it.
to you, Dominic.
Okay, welcome everyone to the switch parties that's been brought to you or will be brought to you by the International Permaculture Collab and the EuPN. And we have also partnered up with the digital circle of the International Permaculture Collab, the company Chase and Snow, and with the Eco Hacker Farm. So over the next months, every first Sunday of the month at 14 o'clock CET, we will switch one proprietary software to an open source one. And today it's WhatsApp to Signal. So WhatsApp. Let's see some hands or some comments. Who of you is using WhatsApp? Okay. Katka, you can always speak. No worries. Just go on. You're raising your hand.
She was raising.
Yeah. All good. Who of you is already using Signal? Okay. So, good. So, why we are doing this? Why we suggest that we should switch from proprietary software to an open source one, and especially why from WhatsApp to Signal. So if you've been using WhatsApp, you might have come across some news. So WhatsApp is basically owned by Meta. That's the same company that also runs Facebook and Instagram. And, you know, the stuff is built in America. And it's proprietary. So we have no clue what actually is going on in that software. So, well, luckily, there are alternatives around already. The one we have chosen is Signal. Signal is privacy focused. It's open source. And the sort of company that's behind it, it's, what's it called, a trust or a non-for-profit?
Foundation, yeah.
Foundation, yes, a foundation, right. So we are here in the permaculture community, so all this is far more aligned with permaculture ethics than the proprietary world, just to make sure everyone understands. So permaculture ethics means we have to take care of people care, fair share, and earth care. And that can easier be done with open source software. We are not in an ideal world yet. An ideal world would probably be a more centralized system, decentralized system, sorry for that, which means currently Signal is also running on Amazon Web Services, AWS for short. And if AWS goes down, Signal goes down as well. In a more decentralized world, we wouldn't have had that problem. but we're getting there step by step. Today, what's up to Signal? Amy, do you have us a movie? Have you found it? The actual...
I did not, but let me quickly find it now because I have the channel already open. So let me go to the playlist. No, not that. So the International Permaculture Collab, I think last year or maybe the year before, we commissioned a whole list of demos that basically explains different tools that are open source, and the idea was to try and make users more aware of the different open source tools that are out there. And I did one for Signal, which is here. I can post a link. Share copy. It's 24 minutes long, the video, but maybe we don't need to watch all of it. And if I try to stream it on this, that's gonna crash my computer, so someone else will have to do it.
Okay. So I will share my screen. Let's see if that works. Let me get there. And then here in Jitsi. Where are we? Too many open browsers. I got lost. Okay, that one I can close. Close to. Give me a second. Nearly there. YouTube open. Where is the screen share? Here's the screen share now. Service. Etkinen, I have too many open windows. I have to reduce some. Okay, as
inclusive organization technology team within the International Permaculture Collab. This project is made possible through funding received from the Next Steps project, which is a funded project within the International Permaculture Collab.
do you
If
guys
you would
see?
like to know more about this project,
Yes.
visit www.perma.earth. The link is also available in the video description. Welcome to the day session about open source tools, and today's tool is going to be Signal. Now, why Signal? Signal is an end-to-end and encrypted messaging software, which you can use both from your mobile phone and your desktop. It's super handy for self-organized groups and freelancers who want to have a secure way to communicate with their clients and their collaborators. We can get started. So as always, we're going to cover first pricing, features, and then accessibility. So how you can start using it and how to install it and so on. But first of all, the website for Signal is signal.org. I'm sharing it here so that you can see it. And it also explains to you why you should use Signal. End-to-end encryption. It's powered by an open source Signal protocol, which keeps your conversation secure. Privacy here is the focus of this messenger. It gives you the ability to start group chats. We will have a look at that later as well. It does not include any ads, any trackers, nothing like that. And it's free. So from a pricing perspective, it's completely free. Remember that if you are using this product and you really like it, then you should definitely make a donation. Signal is a non-profit, but obviously they have costs. So in order to provide us with the service, they need support. At the moment, development is supported by grants and donations from people like you who are using the software to communicate. So this is really greatly encouraged to support this. Otherwise, it will go away, and that would be a pity. Okay, so that's in terms of pricing. We have established that that's free. Now we're going to go with the features. And for this, I'm going to use my locally installed Signal right here. This is what it looks like when it's loading. And you can see on the left-hand side, it gives me some menu options. We'll go through them. The first one is to hide the tabs. Second one is the chat suite I'm in. It also tells me I have 3 unread messages. I can search through my chats and I can start a new chat. So let's do the search. So for example, I want to search about donation. So this, using this search function, it gives me all the times that I've mentioned donations. I can click on them. If I want to search in a specific chat, I'm going to move this so it's not in the way. I can click the search button. Then you can see I'm searching in this one, in this particular chat with Anton. If I search that again, donation. It will automatically go to where I say donation, right? And that's the chat where we were talking about donations. So it's really quite helpful if you're looking for messages later. I'm going to move this a little bit. You can see better. Okay, so let's say so that's the first one, the search function. Then we're going to talk about how do we start a chat with other people. So this, you can click on a little button here, new chat. I can find by username. If I know the username of the person I'm wanting to find, I can find by phone number. And I can change the country code. So depending on the phone number I want to search, or find by username. And here I can just start typing. So let's say, for example, I wanted to send Anton a message. New chat with Anton. I can pick on the 3 dots and choose what I want to do. And it takes me automatically to Anton's box. Let's say I want to send a message to someone else, let's say to Neynad. Click on Neynad, it automatically sends me to Neynad. Now on the top, it also tells me that Neynad and myself are both members of the same group. It gives me safety tips if I want them, right? And I can message Neynad from here, right? And if I click enter, it will automatically send it. We're not going to spam Neynad today. If I wanted to go to this group, I can search for that group here. It's called Global Neighborhoods. This is the group. And just like before, I can make a video call to the group. I can, if I click it, oops. I can, there it tells me, do you want to call these people? I can turn off the camera, I can mute the mic or turn off the ringing. And if I hit start, it will call them. So let's not do that, but that's how you would do it. There's also some settings. This tells me which of my devices it should be using for that call. And then I can cancel the call from here. So that's how to make a group call. It's very useful if you're having team meetings or stand-ups or anything like this for this one group. Of course, you can also call an individual. So if I go back to Anton, my favorite guinea pig right here. If I click call, again, it will tell me signal will ring Anton. So that's the action that is going to be performed here. It offers me to put on the camera or put off the camera, and I can mute the mic. If I click call, it will ring Anton. And the settings you already know because I've shown you the video, microphone, and speakers that I want to use. So I'm going to cancel that. Okay. This is, for example, group chat, what the group chats look like. If I go on the three dots, I can have a look at the different group settings here. These are the people in that group. Here's some of the media that's being shared there. I can leave the group or block the group. I can click request. I can see how many requests and invites that's been there. I can have a look at the permissions. Who can add members, who can edit group info. So when you're setting up your working group, you can decide if this is someone that all the members can do, or some of the members, perhaps 2 or 3 people who are doing the admin, who can send messages. So you can decide whether this is an announcement group, which is where basically people sign on for getting to know about events and so on without the possibility of replying. Or if it's just a chat group or self-organization where people can all talk to each other about this. There's also who can edit group info, so you can have a group admin if you like, if that's appropriate. In this case, everyone can do everything, which is pretty cool. Different permissions. You can have disappearing messages if that's useful. You can change colors. You can change notifications. In this case, notifications are not muted and mentions are notified, but if you're in a busy group, then you can change that. So for example, don't notify is muted. Otherwise it gets a bit too busy. Now it depends really on the group. And we click requests and invites. Nothing, no requests and no invites currently pending. You can add members if you are the creator of a group and you have those permissions. And here you can search basically the members you want to add. And that's pretty, there's also a group link. So you can create a link. With the link, you can share the link with other people, other groups, for example, or on Facebook or on your communications, so that people can request to join your channel. This is especially good for groups that are wanting to welcome new members and more people into the group. Really useful for this. Similar to what you get in Telegram groups, I would say. And also WhatsApp, I think, has this features. So these are all the features for groups. Remember, you always have the video. You can also change the title of the group and add the description if you want to. You can search in the group, let's say donations. No results for donations in this group. One for donation. That takes me directly to that message, right? And for the messages, you also have different options here. You have different emoji reactions, similar to other messages, right? To other messaging software. You can also customize some of these reactions. There's a reply button that basically quotes the message that I'm replying to. And if I click on the 3 dots, there is forward, select, copy text, info. Info tells me when it was received and from who. Go back on this. And I can also delete it if I want to. If I click delete it, it will tell me that's synced across all devices. It also tells me who it will delete us for. So does it delete it for the group? No, it deletes it only for me. And I can cancel that. If it's a message that I have sent, so if I clear this, maybe I go to not for a moment. I haven't sent a message here a long time, but if it was a message that I had sent, let's go to this one. For example, it says I'm waiting in the car. If I click delete, it says also that I can only delete it for me because the other person had already received it. Okay. So messages then, so that's a standard message. You have emojis here. You have options for adding stickers, different sticker things. If that's what you're into, you can install the package. I have none installed, but you can install whichever ones speak to you most. You use them. I can send a voice message by clicking on it. So this is tells you basically how that the recording is going on. So that's 11 seconds of recording. And if I hit send, it will stop and send it. In this case, I don't want to send it. And there's a little paper clip. So this allows me to send pictures. For example, this one. Always a picture of me being silly. Right? So if I hit enter, that will just send it. You can see when you send something, you still have emoji reactions. You have a download option, so you can download the image. I can download the image I just sent. I can reply to it. And 3 dots for forward. I can select it. I have look at the info delete. I click delete it. Now I can delete it for me or delete it for everybody. If I delete it for everybody, this is what it will look like. This message was deleted. And the other person or the other people will also see that in that way. You can attach any kind of file here. Obviously, you'll be mindful that the other people who are receiving it can also see it. And you can create new groups. So let's say I want to create a new group with Anton in it. We'll go next. Group Permaculture Club. We're going to disappearing messages off. Create. There's 2 members in it, right? And on the 3 dots, it will let me change the group setting before. Can optimize it. I can change. I can search through it. I can add new members if I want to have a group link. This is a good example to have a group link. So this is the group link here on top. I can copy the link or reset it. I approve new members. So is it a requirement for an admin to approve new members? I say yes, so that we don't get any spam bots. And I can toggle the permissions to remember like before. So I want only admins to be able to do that. Only admins, and I want everyone to be able to post. I can update notification. Like so. And I have myself as admin. If I click on Anton, I can make him an admin, for example. Pretty good. So you can have multiple admins to run the group. I can also remove members from the groups if I click on them. So if I click remove from group, Anton will just be removed. I can also remove him as admin later if I want to. And this is how you manage your groups, basically. There's different things that I can do here from this menu. I can enable the Ethereum messages if I wanted to, mute notifications, group settings you've already seen, view recent media if there was recent media, select messages, mark stuff as unread. I can pin the chat, so it's always on the top here. Easier for me to find it as maybe as a chat admin. This is something that's useful to you. I can archive it. I can block this. I can delete messages. I can leave the group. If I leave the group, there's still an admin there, so it won't be a problem for Anton to manage it. And that's pretty much all the features on this groups. I think we've covered quite a lot. And the other functions is to have calls. So you can see here, you can start a new call. You can decide who you want to call. If you want to call them only, if it's a voice call or if it's a video call, you can decide that. And you can, here you have a list of contacts. And if I click on the story, you can also add things to your story for your people to see. At the bottom down here, there's the settings options. The appearance, you can change the language. In this case, my system language is English, but I could change it to Spanish if I wanted to. You can change it to whatever language is suitable for you. This will restart the app. And now you can see that it's in Spanish, right? And back to settings. Now my settings are in Spanish. I can change it back whenever I want. Every time it will restart, of course. Okay, that's appearance settings. We have chat settings. And in this case, there's a spell check. With those media, you can import contacts from your phone. You can have a look at these chat settings. Also settings like we've seen before for the call, notification settings. As you can see, I don't have many notifications enabled because they really annoyed me. And privacy settings. You can see I have blocked contacts here and my number. I can change my number from also this. And I can turn off things, turn off stories because these are nuisance. I can also delete all application data. It's really important when you've stopped using it. All these settings that I'm showing you are from the Signal software, which is installed on my desktop, but they are the same. They are basically the same settings that you get on your mobile phone. I think I've showed you all the features now, so we move on to how you can get it installed so that you can start using it. You can simply go to your mobile Play Store or the iPhone store, I don't know what it's called, and download the Signal app from there, and you can basically start using it by signing up with your phone number. And once you are logged in, then it will be automatically done there. I would recommend you do this first on your phone and then install it on your desktop. If someone calls you while you're on your desktop, then you can still answer the call from your desktop, or you can answer it from your phones. Either way, it will work just fine. When you change your phone number, you can simply just change your phone number and everything will be fine. That's pretty much it. You can have a look here if you click Get Signal. Here you get two options. You have the signal for mobile or the signal for desktop. I have Linux, but if you have Mac or Windows, you also have links for those. And the signal for mobile works both on Android or iPhone, just like I said. This is pretty straightforward. A free app that uses open source technology, that end-to-end encrypted for your protection and for the protection of the people that you are working with. I will also link to the video description important information about your privacy and communication. So if you're interested in this topic and why you should use end-to-end encrypted communication methods, you can read the articles from there. Thank you for today, and we'll see you next week with another open source tool demo for individuals and teams who self-organize.
Okay, wow, Amy, fantastic. That was nice. Very cool.
It was one of a series, so if you're interested in other tools, you'll find more about that. We have a question from Katka.
Sure, but where's it?
Katka, you want to unmute yourself and tell us?
No, sorry, no question, she says. No question. Okay.
No worries.
From an installation perspective, it's super simple. It's like installing WhatsApp. You just go to your app store, whatever that is, on Android or your iPhone or iPad, and install it. There is no migration path between those two. So you cannot take your old messages from WhatsApp and import them into Signal. So unfortunately, that's not there. So yeah, Alejandra. Was this a message or do you want to speak?
No, I wanted to speak that is for after. Please finish what you were saying. It was a bit early to...
Okay, no worries. Good.
Thank you.
So it's basically a fresh start, so to say. But as Amy already showed you, you will have all your contacts and you see in Signal who's already using WhatsApp. And you always have the possibility to invite people using it. So I think the most difficult part is to kind of depart. Getting into Signal is easy. Departing from WhatsApp is more difficult because there might be friends of yours that simply refuse to install a new piece of software or switch to Signal. And then you are living in both worlds. So you're using Signal for one thing and WhatsApp for another thing. And this is where most of us here are at the moment. We have multiple messengers. So, for example, for me, I'm trying to avoid WhatsApp as much as possible, but due to family, not possible. I cannot get them fully to Signal. So, like 80% and 20% resistance. Any idea, Amy, how to solve this?
So if you solve this, you become a millionaire, because actually adoption is the hardest problem in software in general. So if let's say I develop some wonder app, then engagement is what's going to make it a great app or not, basically. So all these apps are fighting for our attention. What I would say I found in my local community here is that there is a lot of misinformation about the different tools and the different ethics of every tool. And obviously we are we, the normal person, or the normal person who only uses the tool, doesn't think so much about how it's programmed and what it's set up, even about this privacy. There is a, what does end-to-end encryption mean, and doesn't WhatsApp have it, and what about Telegram and all of, so there's a lot of this uncertainty about what is the most ethical tool and why is it so.
Yeah.
And I think that's the that is like the biggest thing. So I would say putting it out there is already a step forward. So if you are starting, if someone is starting a group in your local area, and they say we're gonna start a WhatsApp group, if you reply, actually, why don't we make it Signal is the most ethical option, they might say no, but the fact that the Signal has that word Signal is now exposed to 20, 30 people, and the more exposed they become to it, and the more they hear that it's the more ethical option, then fine, at some point the switch will happen. Something we haven't mentioned about WhatsApp is that it's owned by Meta, and Meta is using all of this. It's just basically a monopoly of all these tools that we see, and why should we use software that is owned by a monopoly that is not, doesn't care about our privacy as much and all of this. So putting forward these small arguments may not be successful in the first instance or the second or the third, but I think eventually it will start sinking in.
Thank you. Alejandra. You're muted.
I wanted to say briefly that you mentioned Signal is also available for Linux, but the installation process is a bit different. You just need to use the terminal, but it's all pretty straightforward. I thought it's important for people maybe that is streaming from home is not only for Windows or Apple. So I wanted to mention that. And then I feel strongly about it, and I just decided I'm gonna stop using WhatsApp and stop using all Meta products, and all happened at the beginning of last summer. And it's been a very solo journey. Even now, I was out at the farmers market, and some friends were saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I say that this this meeting was on, and they were all very skeptical, like, "Oh yeah, but what is the big difference? Everyone is on WhatsApp." And I mean, yeah, WhatsApp has something like around 2 billion users, and the only 3 persons in my family that decided to switch to Signal were my mom, my brother, and my cousin, just because they wanted to talk to me. But it was a really hard decision, and it's still, even with my friends today, and they say, "Oh no, but you're still on WhatsApp," and I say, "No, try to, the icon becomes gray." And I deleted definitely all my Meta profiles out of conviction. I mean, those products are not free. WhatsApp collects metadata on everything, and use it against us. It uses it in advertisement. It uses to change political opinions, to manipulate ideas, to tell you what to believe, what to buy, what you wish. And to me, this is unbelievable. So I have gone like the solo journey. I hope other people will join. I hope other people will understand how empowering it is. You may be the only one on that platform. And sadly, I have end up using just normal messages that from a security point of view are even worse. But this is how important it is for me. It's not perfect. the fact that Signal is hosted on AWS, it caused me some worries. AWS is not. I think we also need to move from Amazon products, but nothing is perfect, and any little change, I think, is empowering. And I believe that if more people start doing it, they are gonna feel something similar to what I felt. That is, okay, I have no real friends now on Signal. No, it's getting better. It's getting better, but it is also helpful for attention. To be honest, I have less people to be distracted with. So this is my personal experience, but it is very straightforward and is very empowering, and there are alternatives, and they are available, and the switch is not as hard. Something else I would like to share is that I decided for all the meta products I was using, because also I was using it, I was managing many profiles for my work. I requested to download all my data. It's very tricky on WhatsApp because you need to download each chat by itself. Like they really make it hard. So I download the chats that were important for me, groups that were really relevant, or people I love to discuss and write with. It was a lengthy process. I save it on my cloud, and they are there. Yeah, there's no a way to transfer it, but hey, new beginnings, the beginner's mind is really refreshing, and I really invite everybody to at least give it a go. If we all give it a go, I will feel less lonely, maybe all of us, and maybe we take just a little bit of power from Meta to our own hands, and for a fairer world. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Alejandra.
I think there's something to be said about the moral obligation of starting a new community that is aligned with our permaculture ethics, in this case, the people care, earth care, and fair share. And it's definitely not fair share when we're giving away, or people care when we're giving away all of this metadata to a corporation that is then using it against the people themselves. And so if you are going to start any community groups, or if you have a position of influence in a community group, then please raise this issue with the people who make the decisions within the group, right? Because we are responsible also for shaping the world that we live in. And so if we all take a little bit responsibility for our own behavior and the systems that we're a part of, then we can maybe make a small change in the world, let's say.
Let's do that. Okay, so we have seen it's not that difficult. The features are the same. The user experience is the same. So nothing's against it. So let's just do it. So if you're here and you have not yet installed Signal, give it a try. Please install it. And if you need any help, the Collabs Digital Circle with Amy and me and Alejandra, we are here. You can ask us all the time, not all the time, but any questions about Signal, so no worries. I also wanted to point out, because Signal is open source, they have like a community platform. You can go there, you can register, you can suggest features to them, or report bugs or whatever. So that's there, running on Discourse, also open source. And you can check out their GitHub accounts, of course, so you can see what's actually going on if you're able to read the code or so. Pretty transparent, I say, which is very different to proprietary, where you will never see anything of that, and you don't have any influence over it. And yeah, we probably should appeal to, what's her name? The lady from Signal, the chair of the, don't remember her name. Anyway, we could appeal and say, hey, AWS, really, can we not try to do something else? How difficult is it? I think there was an interview with her where she said that it's close to impossible to move away from it. So, nearly perfect.
I think there was an old paper like this is like 8 or 9 years ago when I didn't know is a she or him, I don't know, but the founder said that it seemed impossible to have such a big infrastructure elsewhere, but that he wasn't that worried about it. But I think that 8 years ago, AWS and Amazon and the world at large was a bit different. So maybe we should do that. Yeah, we should contact Signal and wonder and say them to pass to Nextcloud.
Meredith Whittaker, that's her name. Yeah, we should write to her.
What's the name?
Meredith Whittaker.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Any questions, guys, ladies? Anything that we could answer now? Okay. Oh, there's one. No, thank you. Thank you, everyone, from Francis Osborne. The European Permaculture Network has a Signal group which you can easily join. So there's a join link on the Permaculture Network website. I can paste it in here. So you can join the group anytime. It's open. Amy is there. I am there. So yeah, come there, have a conversation about permaculture ethics, and how they align in the digital realm with digital permaculture. Okay, thank you everyone for today. Amy for the video, Alejandro for the conversation, everyone else for participating. We will be back in 1 month's time. That is the 1st of March. It's the same time, 14 o'clock CET here at Signal. Here at Jitsi, streamed to YouTube. Hopefully this time it works. Next time it works. We are going to switch from X to Mastodon, another open source platform. Okay, have a great